Now, Fort Wayne had their own Mount Rushmore of athletes honoring Summit City athletes. You can definitely bet that Rod Woodson would be on that list. And speaking of the Pro Football Hall of Famer, we have got him joined alongside us, joining here for the Hope Through Football Camp. Fourth straight year this is happening. You know, Rod, to host this camp in one form or another over the years, just how much pride do you take in that, just helping create some lifelong memories for kids?
Yeah, we've done this for almost 30 years, being back here in Fort Wayne. With the first version of the camp and now coming with Hope Through Football. But coming back here as part of home, giving back to the kids. It's a little different with Hope Through Football comparable to the first one. First one was like football, just football, bringing some of my buddies in. And this one is more of letting the kids see and realize who they are. Our motto on the back of our shirts is I can, I will. So we're trying to plant that seed that they have to believe in who they are. They have to believe in the person they see in the mirror. And as long as God has me walking around on this earth, I'm going to keep coming back doing it for the kids.
You speak on that I can, I will mindset. Just how did you try to embody that just growing up here in Fort Wayne and all throughout your playing career?
Here in Fort Wayne, it's blue-collar town, right? You learn how to work. There's no substitute for being great. If you want to be great at something, you got to work. You got to put the time in the dark so when it's the time to shine, you can pull that money from the bank. If you don't put no time in, and don't put no money in the bank, you ain't gonna get it. So it's, I learned how to do that. I learned how to work hard. My dad worked for Harvester, blue collar guy. Then he worked for Sheets Company, construction company. So just all blue collar. So I'm just a blue collar. I was a blue collar football player. I'm a blue collar guy still, even though I live in Vegas. It's just what I love.
Hey, you talk about that blue collar mindset. You look at some of the guys that have risen through the ranks in this area over the years. You got some guys like Drew Tranquil, Ben Skoranek, Super Bowl champions. What do you feel like that says, that over the years that Fort Wayne has continued to produce such elite talent?
Yeah, there's so much more opportunity for these kids. And it's great to see, Jesse and Ben, being and Drew over there, Tranquil over there, doing really good things and lasting time in the league. Playing in the National Football League doesn't last that long. It's only 3.3 years, about the average player. And if you can put your foot in and you can get paid and you're on the roster, you're doing some wonderful things. So it's good to see that our young youths are coming through and not just stopping once they get done in high school, but they're going to college, they're playing at the highest levels, and they're playing well.
You take a look, always a little bit of nostalgia whenever you're back here at your old high school of Snyder. But this place is actually going to be going through some changes over the next few years. They just got approved for a new football field, should be ready in late 2026. What was your reaction when you found out Snyder was getting a new field?
I was jealous. I was really jealous. It's like I want a field. I wanted that to be my field. I want to be that team. And but I would have hoped that with the team, whoever that 2026 class or that team that's going to first walk out into their own stadium, they don't have to get on a bus and go to Northrop, right? That team is making history. And I hope they understand how important that is and how much they, don't take that moment for granted. Take a lot of pictures because time was going to fly. And that's going to be, it's going to happen once. And it's going to happen that time. And so I'm a little jealous that they get to have it, but I'm glad that I'm glad they're having it. I hope they put a good track in it too. So, the track team can keep getting fast. You can have sectionals here and all that stuff. So I'm hoping they do that also. But I'm glad it's about time.
Oh, yeah. I know you're a big track guy yourself, actually being, Grand Marshal a couple of years ago during the Legends Relay. So, yeah, anytime you can get new facilities here, definitely a great sight to see. I know you're a big Coney Island fan.
Yes.
Anytime you are back in town, that's one of the first places you want to visit. What's that go-to order at Coney Island?
Oh, well, I'm just getting chili corn dog with a little onion on top. We're getting probably 7 dozen, 8 dozen to feed the coaches tomorrow.
Yeah.
We are. You got to get it. I'm gonna go stop over at Powers too. Powers and Chili's are both my go-to places.
I love a good old slider from Powers. You can't go wrong with either choice.
No, I think they're both great. I've eaten all over the world, but when I come home, there's 2 places that I always go, and those are it.
Nothing like homegrown cooking, right?
That's right.
Last question from me. If there's one thing you want these kids to take away through today and tomorrow, what exactly is that?
Believe in who they are. That's our goal. That's what the I can, I will mindset is, and you have to believe that you can do it before you can do it. If you don't believe in yourself, then nobody else can really help you. So hopefully that seed is planted from all our coaches and me, and then hopefully coaches and parents and community people, water that seed, and hopefully it comes to harvest in a year, 2 years, 3 years. It might be 10 years for some of the kids, but as long as it comes to harvest.
Awesome. Well, definitely great to see you keeping this camp here year over year, and hope you enjoy the rest of your stay here in Fort Wayne.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely.